Mohammad Rizwan, the Pakistan wicket-keeper batter, is being talked about in the cricketing circles. He's one of the top social media trends at the moment. There's a footage doing the rounds as well. There are screenshots doing the rounds as well. But the Pakistani camp, including Mohammad Rizwan, isn't quite happy with the decision that was made at the MCG today by the third umpire. Why exactly did the third umpire make that decision, and are the grounds of both Mohammad Rizwan and others in the Pakistan camp justified? We are here to tell you, and we've tried replicating that particular moment in a series of these pictures in this collage that we put together for you. We'll talk you through the moment, we'll tell you the exact rule as well, and then you can judge for yourself whether the right call was made or not. I'm very clear as far as the decision of the third umpire is concerned. So we'll tell you what exactly the ICC rule is, in case you're wondering why exactly was he contemplating or why exactly was he agitating on the field, Mohammad Rizwan. We'll tell you about that, and we'll also show you the proof as well, which was possibly kept in mind by the third umpire before making the decision. So be with us for the next couple of minutes. We'll tell you what exactly happened today on day 4 of the Boxing Day test, which was played between Australia and Pakistan, and we'll tell you what exactly happened over there and the rule as well. Let's first talk you through these images. This was when Mohammad Rizwan was batting and he was facing Pat Cummins. You can see he was trying to get away and get out of the way of the ball as well. But what happened was, there you see there's the ball over there. He was just trying to get out of his way, but then what happened was that the ball had hit somewhere close to his wrist. We'll show you a closer view of that as well, of that particular moment. But let me first talk you through the chronology of events. So there you see the ball went brushing somewhere around his gloves, his hand over here. There you go see the Australian players as well going up in appeal. Pat Cummins, the bowler, and you see Alex Carey, the wicket keeper as well. They immediately went up thinking that there was some part of the glove involved over there, but the umpire hadn't given out. The on-field umpire did not give Mohammad Rizwan out. The matter went into review, and then it was left for the third umpire to decide. What was happening meanwhile was that Mohammad Rizwan was showing to the on-field umpire where exactly the ball had hit on his arm, and he was suggesting that it had hit much over the glove and there was no way he was out. So that's the so he was just trying to make a case for himself, Mohammad Rizwan, while the third umpire was doing all the reviews and all. And we'll tell you why exactly was he then left aggrieved, because there's certain proof that's also emerged as well, and multiple checks that were done before giving Mohammad Rizwan ultimately out, and he was agitating for quite some time on the field. He found it a bitter pill to swallow, but let's give you the proof. The proof, as they say, lies in the pudding. We'll tell you what the proof really was that the third umpire took into consideration. There you see. Now, first the hotspot was also used, but the hotspot didn't reveal much. But this is the side on, this is the side on. Of course, this angle doesn't tell you much. This was just him trying to get, get out of the way of the ball. But there you see that there's his glove, and there you see that's the contact that the ball had with the glove. Now, what you've seen traditionally happen is when you see, and if you saw that India-South Africa first test match in Centurion as well, Yashasvi Jaiswal got out when the ball had just brushed the glove. Now, it had brushed the main part of the glove. In Rizwan's case though, it's not the main part, it is somewhere over here. It's a big wrist strap. There you see that's his wrist strap. It's a broad wrist strap that his glove has, and clearly you can see the snicker also suggesting that the ball clearly brushed that particular part of his glove, which is the wrist strap, and possibly that's the gray area that people are now contemplating, that whether it's a part of the glove or not, and what exactly is the rule over there. So now let's tell you. So here's the proof. This was the conclusive evidence which was used by the third umpire to then make the decision that Mohammad Rizwan is indeed out. To the naked eye, yes, you can see there is contact in that part of the glove and the ball, and over here as well, Snicko suggesting that there was a clear contact. But let's tell you what the ICC, rather the MCC rule really is that the ICC follows. Let's tell you about that, and this has to do obviously with the contact with the ball. Now, you know, when a batter gets caught out, you're talking about the ball making a contact with the bat and then a fielder catching the ball. So this whole grey area that we're talking about has to do with the contact of the ball. What does rule 5.6, which is contact of the ball, then tell you about? So the sub rule over here, the 5.6.1 rule, says that reference to the bat shall imply that the bat is held in the batter's hand, which was the case over here, or a glove worn by his or her hand, unless stated otherwise. So everything that you read over here is in compliance with what was happening at that particular moment. But here's the real bit. The rule 5.6.2.3 of the MCC rule book says that any part of a glove worn on the batter's hand holding the bat also comprises of contact with the ball. I'll read that again for you. Rule 5.6.2.3 says that any part of a glove worn on the batter's hand holding the bat amounts to contact with the ball. What does that mean? Let's go back to this particular image. What does that mean? It's a part of the glove, ball clearly in contact with a part of the glove which is holding the bat. That means there is contact with the bat, and which is why Mohammad Rizwan was given out by the third umpire. The Pakistan camp feels that there's been inconsistency in decision making on the part of the umpires, but over here, if you ask me, there's no inconsistency in this particular incident. You could argue about a couple of other decisions that happened in the test match, but as far as this moment goes, I don't quite understand what the agitation of Mohammad Rizwan was. Possibly he would be satisfied after he saw all of this proof as well, but in that moment he felt that the ball had hit way over the wrist band of the glove. The wristband was thick enough that when the ball brushed it, it was then caught by the keeper Alex Carey, and there was no way that the decision was going to be not out, which is why the third umpire, citing rule 5.6.2.3, decided that Mohammad Rizwan had to go back to the pavilion because he was caught behind. So that's the rule and that's the proof. So in case you're wondering what exactly happened over there in the MCG, there you have the answer.